Top of the morning, we out here in these streets, getting it in early. It's already hot, and it's supposed to be a scorcher today, though. So we got to get it in now before it gets up near 100 degrees. We don't want to do that. But I wanted to share my morning thought with you. As I'm out, had a thought, and I said, well, instead of me just, I think it's going to be a little too much to kind of put on the on a little thing that I put on in the morning. I said, well, let me shoot a quick video, because I think that'll help me kind of explain the thought a little bit more. Here we are in the third decade of the 21st century. And as I've been monitoring, what's been happening in the economy, clearly the stock market, new emerging currencies, and all of these different things, it's just had me thinking about that. And of course, after coaching, advising and consulting Black entrepreneurs for almost 20 years now, it dawned on me how many of us are not realizing that we're in the 21st century and we're functioning with 20th century thinking, education, behaviors, habits. We're associating and building our communities and our businesses around 20th century ideas, concepts, even though we have 21st century technology, right? This, if we're honest, you and I right now, if you're watching this video and the way that I'm communicating with you, this is like a 21st century idea. It's a concept, it's a tool, it's the technology, right? However, if we're on here and we're talking about 20th century things, right? Using the education and the thinking from the 20th century, we may have a problem. And I think that's, if you ask me to sum up what I see or what I'm feeling that's happening, let's see if I can get out of this light. The sun, I think I better stop at some point so that we won't keep having this. That's a little clear. These breakdowns is that we're still trying to move forward and capitalize in the 21st century with 20th century thinking, behavior, even business models. And so as I'm coaching entrepreneurs and advising entrepreneurs and of course, Black entrepreneurs, I'm noticing that it's very difficult to move into the 21st century. And of course, I understand we've all been raised off of the 20th century education system. We went through some of us 25, 30 years of education from the 20th century. And so now as the new technologies, new ideas, and breakdowns of these 20th century systems are happening, we don't really know how to take advantage of it. And it's not my fault, it's not anybody's fault. The reality is we just have to realize it and come up to the 21st century. I'll never forget when I first started helping George, Dr. Frazier, with the Power Networking Conference. They had never accepted online registrations in the earlier years. And of course, it was new, right? It was pretty much new. Nobody was really accepting online registrations. But me being in an industry, a 21st century industry of information, marketing information, and utilizing technology to do that, when I came into George's sphere, or the Power Networking Conference sphere, myself and Andrew Morrison, we helped the Power Networking Conference start accepting online registrations and set up the first affiliate program. And then immediately the conference sold out that year. And George gave me a testimony of saying how the Power Networking Conference, those registrations were up 400% compared to the last couple years prior to myself and Andrew Morrison initiating that program. But what's my point? After that, when George would introduce me, he would say, this is Brother Bedford, and Brother Bedford drug me, yelling and screaming, into the 21st century. I want you to think about that. So that's the thought. That's what struck me this morning. George said I drug him into the 21st century. And so I think that's what's happening with a lot of us. Either we're going to willingly go into the 21st century, or someone is going to have to drag us into the 21st century, or we can stay stuck in the 20th century, and that's painful, right? We see what's happening with the breakdowns of systems, and I think that's even contributing to, and again, this is your brother speaking, I have no data to back this up, but when we talk about mental imbalances and mental illness, we're trying to hold on to a past of 20th century ideas, relationships, right? We're still holding on to past relationships that no longer exist. We have pains and hurts from the 20th century idea. And again, it's nobody's fault. It's just everybody was functioning off of that knowledge, those ideas, those concepts. So here we are now in the third decade of the 21st century. So really my morning thought is almost like a question to you, as I question myself with this workout. Am I trying to function in the 21st century? The third decade, we're in the third decade. I want to keep repeating that because somebody may miss this. We're in the third decade of the 21st century. So now I have to ask myself, am I functioning? Are my ideas, my concepts, my behavior, my way of life functioning or predicated or based in 20th century ideas and concepts? And that's something we all got to think about, because now if so, now we have to get rid of those ideas and move forward in the 21st century to be successful. And I think to even begin to have the peace that we're all seeking, right? Because it's that clash that's hurting so many of us. So I don't want to get on my ideological, philosophical soapbox right now. So I'll just end it right there. So that's the question. Are you trying to focus or function in the 20th or the 21st century with 20th century ideas, concepts, relationships, and business models? I'd love to hear your answer. I know I'll be working on mine, because I want to continue to move forward to where I got a bigger, better, brighter future in the 21st century, using modern knowledge, ideas, concepts, and technology, and building bigger and better, more fruitful relationships. All of that is future, right? Future-based thinking, future-based concepts, future-based ideas. And it's kind of hard to get there if you're dragging 20th century ideas and concepts with you. So this is your brother Bedford. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share the video. If you're watching this on any channel, Facebook or wherever, we are trying to grow the YouTube channel. So just go over and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and like and love it. Of course, we'll still share the videos on Facebook. But we do want to grow the YouTube channel as well. In fact, by me saying that, I don't even know if Facebook will show this video. So let's see. But like, love, share. But I'd love to hear your answer. What are you doing? What ideas, concepts, business models are you using moving forward in the 21st century to be successful? So this is your brother Bedford. Let me finish getting it in. It's already about 90 degrees. So talk to you soon. Take care.